Hey guys, hey, happy Sunday fun day. Thank you so much for being here with me, guys. I really love and appreciate you. After doing my channel notes this morning, I knew we had to do an ACES reading today. So, with today's date adding up to a 22 for the 2nd of November 2025, we have the number of the Master Builder. So, yesterday was the very last day of the special paths for the rest of the entire year. It was a special path of connection because it was a 21 day. We did not have a special path of notoriety or a special path of what was it? Notoriety. Oh, and cycles for the 19. So last month we only had 2 of those. This month we have 1, and we are done for the year. So without further ado here, we're going to look into our ACES reading. So if you're not familiar with how I do an ACES reading, we're going to be asking about the intellectual meaning of the connection with the major arcana cards. We're going to be asking about the action nature of this connection. We're going to be asking about the emotions, again, with the major arcana to find out what kind of lesson or what part of the cycle you're in here. And then with the pentacles, what is going on with that connection in the 3D. I'll pull the cards from the court so that we can tell your energy that you may be in right now. And then we'll pull an energy of that person. And at the end, you may need to remind me because I get going. At the end, I'm going to ask if this is a past, present, or future person for you. Because remember that energy is cyclical. So you might have already experienced this cycle. So I'm focusing on the storyline that has been coming up for the last couple weeks. You can see it kind of grow a little bit. It stagnated, and now we're back on an energy of forward movement. So that's the energy I'm going to be focusing on for the ACES reading. And then again, at the end, I will get a past, present, and future for us. Okay. So without further ado, we've got all of our major arcana here. And this is the love. I better get that out because each story is very, very unique. The Lover's Path Tarot. What wanted to fly out here? King of Pentacles. Okay, let me come back and focus. Hey, Miss Brandy. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you, Miss Judy Jude, Diana. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here, Miss Kathy. Let's go ahead and get what the energy is for you. Again, whether it's past, present, or future, what's going on in this love cycle right now. Okay, we've got the Page of Pentacles and also the Queen of Swords, being very discerning about what offer is on the table for you right now. Okay, and that is in an environmental energy of the King of Wands, which in this deck is Vulcan or Wotan. He is the symbol of masculine power. He works with lead, right? And fire, the god of fire. And right now, as I'm thinking about that, Vulcan is in the symbol of 26 Scorpio, Black Moon Lilith at 25, the X-ray, and Mars is all about the action of intense emotional focus. So that's in the surrounding energies there. We also have the fire of Mercury with Sagittarius, being open to kindness and helpfulness, support and guidance, like a little child learning to walk again. This might be something new for you. But the most curious thing for me, if you've been watching, hey, Miss Kaylee, hey, Brandy, thank you guys. Especially, I forgot to send this to Peg this morning. For those of you who sent me pictures or messages about finding a single leaf in an odd place, well, Venus, the planet of love, beauty, abundance, and harmony, is in the symbol of 25 Libra, which is information in the symbol of an autumn leaf. Okay. And this is a pretty, it's a Four of Swords energy. We're in the last decan, so healing. But this is about seeing through any illusion, beneath the hoax of confusion and mystery, with a new dimension of perception we saw before, what we saw before, we now see differently. Okay. And I went straight into it, didn't I? I forgot my notes. So you guys will have to look if you're able to click on the description box. Those are already linked there in the bottom if you'd like to follow along, because they were aplenty today. I could barely fit it all on the page. Okay. What about the energy of this person? Okay, perhaps we're seeing them differently now. This is what we may be intensely focused on in our emotions. Okay, again, so if you've already had this lesson, then you'll be able to relate to that storyline. You could be in this lesson right now, which is what I've been pulling up in the readings. This could also be future energy for you. Energy of this person for this reading that my learning lovers are thinking about or wanting to know about here for what is this purpose and what role is this person playing? What role? Lots of fours, Emperor energy. And then it went 3 and 2. 4, 3, 2. So maybe there's one more step here. We are in the last 5 degrees of the sun, or excuse me, Venus and Libra. Okay. Boy, did they take a while to come forward or what? All right, here, that would be the Page of Cups coming in to match your energy of the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Cups is either a shyer energy, not so sure if they can talk to the senior of the class, which is the Pentacles. Cups would be coming up as the junior. So there might just be a 1-year age difference. Could be even with a instead of high school setting, if this was in college, you were 1 year apart perhaps, but that's just an extra layer. Crossing energy here is the Page of Wands. So we've got all the pages represented here. In their environmental energy, they are yearning and ready to go. They're ready to throw caution to the wind. And you guys had an energy of King of Wands around you. So I see it. I want it. It's mine. You've already made the decision. Perhaps, like we've been seeing, the action hasn't been taken on that yet fully. Okay, so let's get into some major arcana here. Now, with the Lover's Path energy, these are all based on stories of famous couples from the past. So, whether that's Greek mythology, Norse, they're all in here. Okay, so that was quite a lot. Let me come back in and focus. What is the intellectual? What is the intellectual lesson of this connection? What is the intellectual vibration, or where is this right now? Right on the top. Okay. Isis and Osiris. Is that a famous enough couple for you here? And in this deck, the 6 major arcana card is called Love. And what I'm noticing first is I think they look like dandelions that you're ready to blow a wish for. So there's an understanding here on a conscious level that this is a partner of equal value to me that matches my mind, body, and spirit equally. Okay, the intellectual nature of the connection, lovers, really? Wow. And IV on the bottom, power, the number 4. I was getting that 4 in the shuffle. That is Arthur and Guinevere. The interesting story about Arthur and Guinevere, however, is that Guinevere was in love with Arthur's head knight. So the Knight of Cups. They're presenting now as the page. Not sure whether they can come in as the knight. Perhaps this is the reason why. Arthur loved her very much, but was much older, and Guinevere was on her way en route to the castle with the protection of his knight, and I forget the story part of who actually had the spell, but the drink was meant for Arthur and Guinevere to fall in love, and the knight and Guinevere actually drank the magical drink instead. Okay, so the intellectual nature of this connection. And in this Lover's Path Tarot, the specific meaning, you can see I've written all over it because, again, this is a specialty deck. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything about Isis and Osiris here. Love, harmony, passion, and sensuality. The myth of Isis and Osiris illustrates the power of love and how it can transform us irrevocably. Isis and Osiris were blissful in their love for each other. Jealousy ate at their brother Set's soul, granting him no rest. He trapped Osiris in a coffin and heaved him into the Nile. Using the power of her love, however, the goddess brought Osiris back to life for a final embrace. So, just got chills down that right side of my body. For me, that is future energy here. This is going to be the action we'll be moving into. So, if this is a past life soul tie, as the lovers suggest, this is an understanding between both parties here on an intellectual level, on a conscious level. That is my equal. I've known them from before, from somewhere. We are into finally the second decan of Scorpio for the sun energy. So we're finally out of the 5 of Cups of regret and into the 6 of Cups in reunion. So I'm going to be pulling another deck. I'm going to get my air deck out here to get nosy on what you think of this person. Fates at the bottom of the deck. I just used this yesterday for a pre-recorded reading for a client and got shuffle, 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 put away. And what's fated here? A balanced and equal relationship. You know that your energy balances with theirs. Here's the death and rebirth energy of Scorpio that I just mentioned. Justice energy for the entire month of November. And 11 is going to be a master intuitive energy. Okay. So we intuitively understand here that something had to end. There were lessons learned from this so that we can fly into the energy of the butterfly. This is a totally different feeling here. And then we have the 7 of Cups, which is either spoiled for choice or emotional fragmentation. What masks have I put on in the past? There is a butterfly here, and the water is fairly calm. So let's see here with the creatrix, or the energy of the magician, that is all 4 aces of potential there, which leaves you perhaps feeling spoiled when we intellectually and start thinking about this person. They may pop into your day or into your mind. You may be having dreams about them now, especially as we're in Scorpio season. So the first question I'm going to be asking was for you all. What do you think about this situation or this person? And we've got 2 of Swords at a crossroads. There's some willful blindness happening there. Just a bit like which way do I go, George? What do I do? And the last reading, we had all those cards with the crescent waxing moon, and that's appearing here again. Okay. Crossing energy, when you think about this person, you know that it opens up your heart chakra by tapping into your joy, your wish. What is your wish fulfillment? There's butterflies all over these cups. And in order to tap into receiving the energy that we want to receive, we have to love ourselves as fully. We can only expect that another person will meet our hearts where our own currently is. So take that as both sides of the sword, right? Okay, it's going to require a pretty big judgment call here, leaving something behind that kind of felt like a desert. There's not much left there except the remaining veins of that last energy of what was last left living. Yeah. And that Three of Swords energy, that is fear of a broken heart. But 10 of Wands is about really looking at our reflection and saying, is this growing? Okay. If this is an energy where there is a third jealous party, or it's brought you to a place at a crossroads, I've got to decide between two, perhaps this judgment call is inevitable, because again, the Lovers is a deep past life soul tie. What was before, there was no green growth on, that energy had stagnated, and we are looking at deciding here, do I set down the old skeleton that has no leaves, or am I holding up the mirror and seeing and feeling what I feel and following through on that action, setting that hard work? You've already done all the hard work here. You've done the reflecting, and it's time to set the burden down of actually making the judgment call. Okay. You might fear that this Three of Swords is going to break up the heart of an Empress. That could simply mean, in your environmental energy, either your own or another person's long-term commitment. Yeah, Tower energy. That would be Mars sudden. Okay. These people that are falling from the top of the tower are falling from the pie in the sky, and now they're hitting the ground running, because the universe has gone, okay, if you're not taking this action, I'm going to do it for you. And here's the ship that's coming in to greet you that you've manifested. Okay, let's look at what this other person, this Page of Cups, that wants to offer love and passion here. You guys have definitely been through a few things with that Page of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. I mean, this is Venus herself right here in Libra energy currently. Okay, this person thinks the star, you are their ultimate wish and dream. In this deck, I love it, because this is representative of Chiron, even though it's a feminine figure, instead of a bull or a centaur, rather. She is a fish, but she is a fish without skin to swim with. So she's had to be very, very deliberate. She's had to MacGyver a way to get through the rough terrain of the seas of their emotions. Okay. So they might think that you're the winds to their sail, because she's affixed this boat on the top of her head to catch the little bit of wind to help her through these rough waters, since she can't swim them. So what they think about you, you think that they're at a crossroads, and what they think about you is that you're ready to enter this healing vortex, and that you could be the star in their sky, the apple of their eye. They think you're hella intuitive here with that crow. And of course, the star is Aquarius energy of the water bearer. But it is an air sign. Okay. In this person's environment, they might be pacing the floor at night instead of sleeping. They might feel like they're in a nightmare. They may feel very heavily burdened. If you see this figure looking down at their lap, they've got some crosses to bear here. So if you're thinking they're at a crossroads, you're right. But what this person in the Nine of Swords doesn't realize in this environmental energy, that what has imprisoned them can also set them free. As soon as they stop focusing on the problem and lift their head up, they will see that this is a map or a way out. It's been sitting there all along. Okay, they might think you're the way out. They think you're a badass tricks. This is our energy of the day. 22 is a 4 of the Master Builder, the Emperor, all 4 kings, all energies that are fixed. Okay, so that'd be Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. All right, so I'm going to be using multiple decks today so that we can look for patterns. Next up, we're going to be coming back to the Ace of Wands. And what is the actionable or passionate nature of this connection? Hey, Jenna, thanks so much for coming on in. Thank you, thank you. Oh, thanks. I wasn't going to get on camera. Monica talked me into it, guys. I was like, I look like a hot mess express. And if Brett ends up hopping on, yes, I'm in green because it's a green day. Brandy says the wind started blowing there when you said wind. No way. I love those little synchronicities. Hey, Miss Peg. Okay, what is the passionate or actionable nature of this connection? What is the passionate or actionable nature of this connection? With the lover's energy that I wrote all about today and my write-up linked in the description box, you'll see why if you take a look at my notes today. The song I got was I was getting ready to take a picture of my notes. And as soon as I got ready to take the picture, I was like, oh, it's a bummer I didn't get any songs for today. And literally immediately I heard, I'm the one that wants to be with you. Right, Mr. Big. So maybe this is the big to your Carrie Bradshaw or the Carrie to your own Mr. Big. I don't know. But the actionable or passionate nature, wow, fertility. And this deck is the three of the Empress energy. Cleopatra and Caesar are the ultimate power couple. So the actions they would like to take is to find this balance. They would like to join with you here in running a company, running an empire. Okay. And the environmental energy of their actions here is a hanged man. So right now this is on hold. In this deck, it's called Sacrifice, the 12 energy. And she is like, hang on, hold on a second. This is Orpheus and Eurydice, if you'd like to look that up separately. So this could be hanging in the balance. The actions are not taken, as I was saying earlier. The actions have not been taken yet, but the understanding has already been realized. And specifically in the Lover's Path Tarot, that Empress card called Fertility. Let me get their story here for you. Okay, we've got uh, abundance and growth. Cleopatra, queen of the fertile Nile, reigned as Empress of Egypt for over 2 decades. The number 20, right? We've been talking about that judgment, inevitability. During this time, she became known throughout the ancient world for her seductive charms, musical voice, and unusual intelligence. Caesar immediately fell in love with the young queen and successfully helped her regain her throne. Together, they had a child named Caesarion. So, the meaning of this is ruling over one's life, a new marriage or special relationship, practical action that manifests as a physical product. I like them apples. And what actions or what is the passionate nature of this connection? Pretty hot. Okay. Speaking of heat, let's go ahead and pull out our fire deck here. There's the Ace of Cups with hope and peace. The third song was Prince's Take Me With You. And the second song was so Mr. Big was was to be with you. And then I got Drop It Like It's Hot. I know. And I immediately thought of where he says, where he talks about I think he says gangsta, but I saw it as like a 180. I'll have to look again. So here's that there's the Knight of Cups energy. The Knight of Cups, remember, is who was actually in love with Guinevere, and she in love with him, even though she married Arthur. Communication here at the Eight of Wands. We just had Juno. Where Juno is the relationship dynamic sitting in Sagittarius or Eight of Wands right now. So there might be some communication going on here in this actual nature that there are no winners. So if there is a third energy here, it's like you gotta, to make an omelet, you gotta crack some eggs. Looks like there might be an emperor here that might lose their temper if they get the news. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see what's going on. And as I'm talking about that, there's Three of Cups. Okay. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on here, all up in the actions and the passion. So I want to know if this reading is for my viewer, what actions would they like to take? You want the magic stick? Okay. What actions you would like to take? That's a highly sparked, you would like to take an action of passion, and you don't want to regret it. But again, we just left the Five of Cups. We're now moving into the Six of Cups as of today with the second decan of Scorpio. It looks like you don't want to have any regrets, and that's why this energy's been on pause. The environmental energy was the Hanged Man, right? Neither person wants to hold any regrets, but they do want the Two of Cups, which we also saw. So what are they holding on to right now or coveting in that Four of Pentacles? Temperance, time, patience before doing a Ten of Swords or a full ending, so that they can come to the energy that is holding their cup open for them. Wow. Okay. That's a lot. That's why you know if that's the way you know if this reading may be for you. Okay, this is somebody you feel very passionate for, but it is going to require you to do a 180 and walk another direction here. Okay, what about this person? What actions would they like to take? Or what is their passion, or what passionate actions? Okay, they want to celebrate. This is harvesting energy, and we have the pumpkins here for fall. So this is the energy of now. They want to celebrate now. They want to have a party and reap the harvest of whatever this new interaction has brought to them. Environmental energy. Oh, there's that 33. They're going to have to break some eggs. Gonna have to break some eggs. So y'all have to do a 180 yourself, and they're going to have to hurt on mother energy here with Queen of Cups. But this is a 22 card. It's the really cool 22nd major arcana card, raising consciousness. This is literally where Venus is sitting right now in the symbol of an autumn leaf. So again, if you weren't here at the beginning, those of you who got leaves on their cards, if I pulled cards for you, we had the leaf charm come out on the water energies. Okay. Seeing through the illusion and beneath the hoax of confusion. What we saw before is now seen differently. You understand on a higher conscious level that this energy was always meant to come in and challenge you, but this person understands that as well. I don't know that they know it's going to be raising their consciousness. However, keep in mind that the Hanged Man is also enlightenment energy. Okay, they're going to have to spin that wheel of fortune. Divine timing hits. That's going to require them leaving something comfortable behind and going into the whole big world, wide world of the unknown. Okay. Wow. So they may have to, like I said, break the hearts of a water or a mother energy. Okay. All righty. That can happen. Let's come back into our major arcana. Here, we're going to be looking at cups now, which I know everybody wants to know about. The feelings. What are the feelings here? What is the lesson? What is the major arcana associated? What is the emotional nature? There we go. What is the emotional nature of this connection? Yeah, drunk like it's hot. I know, right? I was like, really? But then when I looked up the dates, I freaked out even more. The Drop It Like It's Hot was September 9th of 2004. So 99 or 99 problems, but what isn't one anymore? Choice. 2004 is the lover's energy, 6. So again, we've already made that choice, but the actions here, neither side has taken full action on yet. Okay, contemplation. So the emotional nature is a 9, as I just get talking about the 9s, the Hermit. So in this deck, it's called Contemplation. And at the bottom of the deck is the Devil energy of temptation, Paulo and Francesca. Wow. Okay. So the feelings nature, you may feel like I shouldn't, but I want to. I want that wand, Ace of Wands. I want that passion to be ignited. And the emotional nature of the Hermit. This is after a long time of lessons being learned, looking out on our life, understanding that we must hold on to that star energy, our hope, our wish, our dream. We got to stay tethered to it. And that is the light that is leading us forward on this next part of the journey in our emotions. This is something much deeper. Wasn't there saying something about like we have 3 great loves in our life, and the first one's like a first love, our first experience of love. The second love is one we have learned a lot of times the hard way through, and then the third love is a forever love. So the emotions here, it looks like both people recognize that, hey, this is, especially in a 9-year, this could be happening before the year's up. You both have learned a few things. So you're both very experienced. You know the mistakes you've made. You know the successes that you have had. There is this big mountain here in the background. I want to know what love is. Just came. These mountains I must climb. Okay. So the emotional nature, they know this is a whole different mountain to climb. So let's get into the emotions with my water deck. Let's see. Okay, bottom of the deck, Magician energy, all 4 aces of potential here. Queen of Wands, sexy, sexy time. Aries and Scorpio, because this Queen of Wands is ruled by Mars energy. Queens are the cardinal sign, so pulling more towards Aries, which is in a 4 of Wands in Chiron right now. Yeah, we understand that the eggs must be broken up here. And we've learned at this point in our lives how to temper pain into wisdom, alchemizing through that journey and unpacking our own shadows so that our high priestess, we can follow our intuition to let it take its breath. Empress energy again. And there's the Chariot of freedom. Okay. Lover's freedom, Chariot is change. Let's go ahead and look at what are your emotions toward this person. Okay. Yeah, no regrets. Not a single letter. If you don't understand that reference, I think that was it. We're the Millers with Jennifer Aniston. Oh my God, that's a hilarious movie. Then the kid has a tattoo on his neck that says, doesn't it say regrets or something? Or yeah, and it's spelled wrong. And the dad's like, not even a single letter. Something like that. I probably just butchered that joke, but it's okay. We're here to pull cards. All right, let me focus here. emotions. How does my viewer in this soulmate energy feel? What are their emotions towards this person? You're pausing for the cause. You understand it's enlightenment. You're caught up in your feelings here. That Hanged Man energy. Boy, oh boy. Pisces energy. We do have the North Node in Pisces. We've got Neptune currently retrograding in Pisces. So as that stays retrograde, our emotions may have to kind of stay in a net, or we have to bundle them up. They need to be under wraps for some reason. Okay. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom here. Divine timing. In divine timing, when your energy, your own head and heart are aligned, when we've done our 180 to take action towards that Two of Cups, divine timing gets set in motion. Somebody could possibly already be in your circle of influence. The 10 of Cups is everybody in our inner circle that we know, love, and care about. The Three of Swords energy here in your environment means that something massive, something major, there's nothing left here to do. This giant of the ocean has already passed. And then the Queen of Pentacles. You are abundant in your own right, the senior of the class, the senior of all the queens. And that is definitely strength card energy again, unpacking our shadow, the 8 energy, so that we are balanced, so that divine timing can be activated. Okay, 3 of Cups again. All right, let's go ahead and put these guys back in. You'll have to remember that that 3 of Swords looks like that was part of this soul plan. Now we've got that energy of 3 of Swords on both sides there in both people's environments. It's not easy. Looks like it's going to be pretty heartbreaking. Definitely someone you care about a lot. And so does that other person. Okay, what do they think of you? Happiest card in the deck, the Sun. As I'm just talking about that 8 Leo energy. Their emotions, what do they feel about you that you make them extremely effing happy? For me, sea turtles are another symbol of a deep soul tie. There are 2 here. So the sun is shining down on both of them. Their emotional nature, they've been through enough to know what makes them happy and what doesn't. And they know that you make them happy. What did I say about this? That's the Hermit Energies star. It's right here. You're their dream. You're their ultimate wish. Wish fulfillment, double energies. The sun and the stars. You got to be kidding me. And if you thought they were at a crossroads with a decision to make, you were correct. Yeah. And they have to let something go again. Death energy. They don't want to be careless about it. They don't want to cause an oil spill, making this crossroads decision. But with discernment and high priestess energy here, that's a yes for me. It will be made. We won't go on the timing. Obviously, that's going to be different for everyone. But wow, that's something. Okay. That feels lovely. Okay. And get us look back around here. And lastly, our 3D energy. So we've asked here what your emotions are. If you feel like you've got to put your emotions on hold, or your emotions are on hold because you're fearing this regret, or like this, the milk will then already be spilt. We don't want to harbor on crying over spilt milk here. The Pentacles. What is the 3D nature of this connection? What is the 3D nature of this connection? What is, it's out of my way. Wheel of Fortune. So in divine timing, the person who now may only be in the ethers, if you're not interested in anybody at this present time, they could be floating in the ethers. But again, the Wheel of Fortune is about when we ourselves are balanced, when that person is balanced, when the vibrational frequencies are matched, they will attract like magnets, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. But it does require balance on both sides, and it requires both people to be in the same frequency of energy. And this deck, Danae and Zeus. So that would be Emperor energy, right? The fortune, the 3D nature of this connection. Fortune. Okay. And this is the lovers, Danae and Zeus. This is all about chance, fate, expansion, and prosperity. King Acrisius had a daughter named Danae, a princess with a curse. For upon her birth, it was predicted that one of the prince's offspring would kill the king. When Danae came of age, the king walled her within a tower and made a tower made of bronze. Despite this, Danae was loved by Zeus and or visited in that tower, that bronze tower. Zeus is going to get through that brass tower. This is coming. There's nothing you can do about it if you made this soul compact here with this person. Okay, it's the bronze will be penetrated. Let's just say that. Okay, so because Danae was loved by Zeus, we all know what that means. Together they had a son named Perseus. Perseus grew into a strong man, and after many adventures, he did slay Acrisius, a just punishment for treating his only daughter so cruelly. So her dad got his karma for trying to keep her away from her heart, right? So if anything is in the way um, of your heart, and someone's doing that purposefully so that you can't have access, they're tying you up so you can't have access to the happiness, the happiest card in the deck. So double fate energy again. Dang, guys, in the 3D, really? They getting through, and they'll get their karma for trying to interfere um, in this lover's connection that's fated here. Okay, let's get our fairy tale deck out. I think I want to use that for our 3D energies. It's happening in the 3D. Yep, these seeds were already planted long ago. Devil energy of fear. Something's been, you've been in a prison, just like Danae. But this is like the prison of our own mind. It can be addictions, it can be patterns, it can be our own shadow. This person helps us, gives us a mirror to our own selves, as do all one-to-one partnerships. Okay. But again, this has been happening for a while. These seeds have been planted long ago, and it's just waiting for the plants to come up from that. And what has been planted was this fear energy. Are you going to leap anyway, even though you're shit scared? Queen of Wands, again, I think so. And it requires to set something free with kindness. Free, set them free. What is that, Sting, or is that the police? Is that the third or fourth time we've had Three of Cups? It's the harvest time is now. Okay, that's also Jupiter in Cancer energy from the first decan. We're now to the Four of Cups, and for Jupiter in Cancer, and Four of Swords, healing energy of Venus currently. All right, let's look at what's going on with you in the 3D. King of Swords energy on that split. I need like a little side shuffle, a little side shuffle table. Going down the only road I've never known. All right, what is going on with my viewer currently in the 3D? Why are they tied up here in the Hanged Man? Why is this on pause? The album title to I'm the One That Wants to Be With You, that Mr. Big song, was Green-Tinted, Sixties, Mind. Today is a green day of the fourth chakra of the heart. And I was like, no way. It was released 11/22/1991. Could not believe that. Okay, so why are you tied up here? What's happening in the 3D with you? Because there's a lesson. This is the guru, the shaman, the guide. This is a five of change. You're tied up because you need to make this decision of change, whatever that is. It's a complete 180. You remember here, you're turning around to walk towards that new castle, but there's a lesson you're finishing up currently here in the 3D. A lesson about Four of Cups. I was just talking about Four of Cups, Jupiter and Cancer right now. So this guy here is coveting all things shiny. And he's paying more emotional attention to what is there on a 3D plane rather than what is out there on the earthly plane or the 5D. He's looking at this as beautiful when actually the real bird, right, outside his window, sitting on that cup he has not yet seen, is the actual real thing. So this could be um, a lesson about what something looks like, what something like the expensiveness of it, or how beautiful it is, an ideal, something we thought we wanted. Maybe we saved up for a long time or we waited a long time, but now we're tied up by it. Okay, instead of looking at what's actually real and waiting for us. Traditional tarot, that cup is coming out of the sky from spirit, going, don't be disappointed when what you've been disappointed by so far, because this is what's waiting. The ace is waiting. The ace is waiting for you. At least you get to see my mouth drop here when that's what happens anyway when I pull cards, and then what I'm saying is like right there or flips over. That's crazy. You're not, you got to learn a lesson about a real ace of cups and not coveting just what looks good on paper. Wow. That's what balances your energy and enacts the wheel of fortune. There's your new beginning. Whoa. And the five of swords. We can't just run off into the sunset. The lesson is we got to do the hard thing with peace. Peace be with you. The Hierophant. Peace is key. The Hierophant card holds two keys. So this can't be something that is just like, I'm causing a fight so that I can leave, or this is like no game playing, straight up honesty about the new beginning you want to have. Okay, because Five of Swords, there's no winners, right? um wow. Nine of Swords, it's a very, very hard decision. I get it. We've got to rise above the mental confusion of it. Okay. It's not about what things look like. It's about our feelings. Okay. That brings me to a point I made in my notes today. Juno, the asteroid of relationships and one-to-one dynamics, is in the sign of 11, Saggy, and it's the lamp of physical enlightenment at the left temple. It's a body knowing. The lesson there is that the mind, Nine of Swords, lies. The body knows. So if we're still in an energy of, I've got to focus on what's pretty and what's beautiful and what it's supposed to look like, that cup is waiting for you. That's the on pause. That cup is waiting for you here on the outside, but you've got to turn around. He's got to turn around just as much as this Five of Cups guy does. It's about the 180 of it, turning completely around. But the lesson here, 5 and 5, adding into the 10 of Wheel of Fortune twice for y'all here. Even though it's scary and it may feel like a nightmare, you've got to go towards the sun. What makes you happy right here in the solar plexus? And it looks like in the environmental energy, that's this person, whoever we're reading for today. Wow, it's pretty powerful. Okay, I must say so. Let's look at the 3D. What's going on currently in the 3D with this person? Again, this could have already happened to you guys. If you're like, yeah, that story sounds familiar. Energy is cyclical. Could have happened 10 years ago. Okay. If it's happening now, that's what I'm pulling on because of the readings and the similarities that we've been getting, no matter what card deck I use. It's my heart is already decided, but my butt hasn't done the walking yet. All right. What is going on in the 3D life currently for this other person? Why haven't they penetrated your tower? They take forever. Why are they taking forever here? Oh, it's like hush, Ange. Once they make the decision, they haul an ass. So the 6 energy of the Lovers, freedom. On my notes, drop it like it's hot, lean toward what is terrifying you here. What's going on with them currently in the 3D? The Chariot is alignment of head and heart so that we can drive the chariot responsibly and not into a ditch. That's King of Cups energy as well, head and heart alignment. They want to haul ass. They might be getting ready to move or make a move. Environmental energy. Yeah. So they're exhausted. This person is sick and tired of being sick and tired. We have this fairy tale here where she has escaped the evil queen house for Hansel and Gretel. And 9 of Wands, this person here can either go through another cycle. 9 of Wands can be indicative of I'm exhausted because I keep going through this same loop over and over and over again, and there's nothing new to be learned with wherever they're at right now. It could also mean you are one step closer. You're almost there. Keep going. Just take that final push, the final last leg of the race, push through. The pattern they could be repeating is coveting what doesn't want them. This vulture here, this is his wife in this fairy tale. And even though she doesn't love him or doesn't want to be his wife any longer, he's holding her back from her own joy. He's kind of, ooh, that was an ear squeezy for me. So that could be a pattern that's on repeat, or they could have someone coveting their energy and holding them back from unleashing the chariot. And more temperance energy here, as far as turning that pain into wisdom. You guys got to do the same thing in their environment here after this lesson that they're either going to repeat, or have the opportunity to step out of. Wow, they can have this confidence returning to come towards the Queen of Wands. Of course, y'all are beautiful. I had something. Oh, okay. So Temperance is the sister card to the Hierophant. 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. After um, this cycle has been stopped, or after they do not repeat the cycle again with the other person, the chariot can come towards you when they have learned their lesson as well, coming towards the beautiful hotness of it all. And there's the Page of Cups with the Jupiter rabbit of luck and the red thread of destiny in his mouth. So before July, because that is when Jupiter, that's how long Jupiter's staying in Cancer. Okay, let's look at blocks for both parties here. I'm going to use my new What's Blocking You deck. Let me know if you guys like this style of reading. Oh, I hate when the battery starts dying on your phone, which for me is all the time because I only have an iPhone 11. I know I need to get a new battery. All right. What are my viewers' blocks in finishing out this lesson of the Hierophant? And I also like here with this Wheel of Fortune energy, there's a what's happening in the 3D. Look how close the energies are, a 5 and a 7, which is a 12 of the Hanged Man, right? They're very, very close in frequency here. Okay, your block for whatever lesson you're learning. Okay, it says too risky. You feel like it's not worth the risk, but opening your heart is a risk worth taking. Beautiful. And that is a surfer. Okay. Any other blocks? Well, it was this one here, the top. You may feel like you gave up on love because you think you're meant to be alone, and it is not true. Okay. You may feel that indecision is blocking you, afraid to make a mistake, so you won't commit either way. And then these two energies are kind of going together. So I feel like this group is separated into two camps. If you have already met this person, we got the too risky and indecision. And if we have not met this person yet, you may feel you're still in the bottom of that 10 of Wands. You're still carrying this old burden. That was where no growth was happening. You gave up on love because you think you're meant to be alone, and that is not true. Unworthiness. You deserve an amazing relationship. Take steps to heal doubts about yourself. Okay. So the holdup could be your own energy and your mindset if you haven't met this person yet. Okay. What are the blocks of coming towards you in this chariot? What are the blocks they're dealing with here in the 9 of Wands and 4 of Pentacles energy? Okay, they are very strongly attached, or their person is to them. Give your partner some breathing room. Being too needy drives them away. What did I say? Someone is hanging on to their bumper. Okay, or they are just like, oh, at least I know the cycle. It's gonna be repeated again. Or at this time for the harvest is now. They can get out of that and get in their chariot and go. Wow. Okay. See what else? What's going on around them? Yeah, being needy again. Wow, guys. So if you don't know this or you don't know them yet, you might not know this is what they're going through. If you do know this person, then this person has someone hanging onto their bumper. And they definitely are at risk for going around another loop with this. Make friends and spend time by yourself to take the pressure off of your relationship. So uh, they might feel like they don't have any breathing room and that they don't have any time alone. Okay, maybe that's why they want to haul asterisks here. Let's see any other messages, any other blocks. Boy, that Four of Pentacles is strong on this person's side. Yeah, and remember too, they've been swimming without fish skin. They've had to MacGyver. They think you might be the MacGyver. You might be the one to help solve all their problems. Oh my gosh. This is two separate decks, you guys, and we got the star card on their side here. Aquarius energy. Pluto is in Aquarius right now. Transformation, and that is an unexpected thunderstorm symbol, meaning we understand that destruction is always an inevitable consequence of something new we build. Something else has to go. Can I get more on any blocks? This is the person around them, that person that's coveting their energy. What are the blocks of this person? Give me blocks to Osiris energy. Okay, 2. All right, holding on. You must release old ties. I'm trying in order to have a fresh start with someone new. And unsocial was in reverse. You need to get out and mingle with new people so you can meet someone. Okay. So again, what I say about they can either choose to go another loop with this person who is coveting their energy, is super attached and needy. And they know they have to release an old tie to have a fresh start with you. It doesn't feel like this says unsocial, and while they're not in reverse intuitively, that is my reading there. They just maybe can't be in public yet. Ooh. Let's see in the environmental energy here. I feel bad for this person, you guys. No wonder they're in love with you. Wow. You have stopped believing in love. Let yourself heal so you can be open again. So in their environmental energy, they're amongst like destruction here. Like it's a house that's fallen apart. The love sucks. What's that song? Love stinks. Love stinks. Yeah, yeah. Wow, no wonder their energy is currently at the page level because they can't really do anything about it. Okay. Wow. They have not yet released the other person. Okay. Wow. If there are any additional questions you'd like me to ask about this, any of these cards that landed on the table, definitely go ahead and put them there in the chat. I'm going to get the ascension lesson for these two people here. What wanted to come out? Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And she's in a green dress, so there. What is the ascension lesson here for these two people? Let's get your side first. Coming in as the Page of Pentacles and being influenced by the information and the symbol of an autumn leaf, Venus in Libra right now. Okay. Yeah. So, um, intense change, 5. This is rising phoenix, rising from the ashes. And we experience false twin flames. That is some way we could be like, oh my God, I always thought they were a twin flame if you believe in that energy. It is not an excuse to endure abuse. So that's the only problem I have with that title. You would know because it is a long standing, like you immediately know that person's energy upon the first meeting, even if you don't know them. And this relationship here, the one we're afraid to have regret about, um, is a false flame. And how we know if it's a false flame is that there is stagnancy and no growth. That's someone who keeps us very, very stuck for a very, very long time because there's a refusal on their part to change anything on their end. And the environmental energy, we've got the 1111 portal energy here. This always reminds me of a flamingo, which in the spirit animal deck is about the in between, being okay in the in between of something. And this is a higher heart opening. And look at that, our environmental energy. Great heart chakra day much? Just saying. Okay. Wow. The olive suit is all about relationships that put us on the pathway toward our deep soul tie. Okay. Wow. Let me get back over into this person's energy here. What is their lesson that they are experiencing right now? This could be happening to both of you with that false twin where there's no growth, or that could just be you. But I'm going to pull a second card just in case what wanted to flip but didn't quite. Wow. 24 twin flame facilitator, expansive growth. We see that triangle that I mentioned of body, mind, and spirit on both sides of the lover's energy. I'll leave it out because it's the same suit. And they are 2 apart. Just like I said here, the Hierophant's a 5, Chariot's a 7. This is a 2, and this is a 4. So same distance apart. Harmonize with that peacock energy there. Okay, let's see, make sure. Is there any other soul lessons that this person is going through? Because generally I don't take something if it doesn't flip all the way. They're at a 6 to 6 integration. This is multi-dimensional healing. This is more than just one lifetime. They have tried to get through this lesson of someone clinging to their energy, whether they're still in love or not. They need to be in Empress energy of surrender and receive the cup. Okay, here she is holding the cup. That's their energy. The moon here is just before a new moon. This could be just before the new moon in Scorpio coming up towards the end of the month, that this person makes some kind of an offer. Past life healing as well. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's quite something, guys. I'm going to get some love messages. If you could say anything to this person, maybe you're not in contact with them. Oh, yeah. Some cards here from the other deck. Okay. If you could say something, if you are not talking to this person currently, what would you say? Lots of 5s. Attention of others. I'm addicted to the attention of others. I love feeling wanted and needed. I don't feel whole without it. Okay, so maybe this current relationship is because of the attention that they give you, what it looks like, how it looks pretty sitting on the table for others to judge or examine. It looks nice from the outside. It looks good on paper. Okay, anything else? Emotional intimacy here in the surrounding energy. I'm afraid to truly open up to you. Being raw and authentic with my emotions is something I'm still working on. And if you're coming in as Hierophant, you've already learned the lesson, okay? And this person's frequency just no longer matches your energetic vibration. Okay. What if this person could say something to you? Ooh, okay. That's not what I was seeing here in the energy, or maybe they've said the words, but the other person's trying to get them back. I don't know. You have to let me know. I'm single right now, not attached to anyone, and not looking to get into a relationship at this time. Nervous. You make me nervous. Even just thinking about you, I get nervous. I'm not sure what to say or how to act around you. And this is a game to me, the way I'm acting, responding, or posting to get your attention. So that is not the energy I felt on this side of the board at all, nor really even those are not resonating for me. So they may not for you. That is not the feelings I was feeling as the cards were coming out. It may be relevant for some of you. It just doesn't feel that way to me. I'm going to try a different deck then. How's that? Any clues here? Any other final clarification for my viewer who's had this type of relationship in the past, in the present, or upcoming in the future? Some clarity, please, on this connection. Ooh, look at all that rainbow. Fantasyland. Make sure everyone involved is being realistic and on the same page. The opposite of that is no illusions. Stay grounded in truth, embracing reality with clarity and wisdom to navigate life's journey authentically. That is the energy of Venus and Libra, seeing through the illusion. Hierophant is learning the lesson of illusion. Just because it looks good on paper doesn't mean it works for you. Steady as you go. Clown in reverse there. Navigate with patience and resilience, trusting your inner strength to guide you through the twists and turns. Okay. All righty. Any clues for this side of the board here? Any clarity? Okay. Sky of clarity. Soar into the boundless sky of clarity where insights are as infinite as the azure experiences. Very nice. Since I got two for that, let's get one more. Just fell off the bottom of my hands. Any other clues? Okay, they want more than one to come out, apparently. Man. Okay, feather of hope. Grasp the feather of hope, a delicate symbol of upward promises and an uplifting future. Getting better. Growth is a journey, not a destination. Welcome improvements one step at a time. And there's a red heart right there. And then soul whispers. Look beyond the words and hear what is really being said now. Sky of clarity. Okay, maybe this person is walking into, they're starting to have hope that this can actually happen. They hear these whisperings of the soul. I mean, Venus is in the sign that she loves being in. What we saw before is now seen differently. Wow. Okay, what are we at here? 114. I got a little bit of time. If you guys would like some pick 'em up sticks, there's a red door opening up here in their environmental energy. Making plans, charting the course with intention. The future is yours to design and navigate crossing energy. All right, guys. Yep, speak from your heart and get your head out of the game. Yep, absolutely. I love that. What Judy said, get your head out of your asterisks. That too. Love sticks, sure. All right. Miss Love Sticks, thank you for the reminder. Judy Jude, you're first. Put a heart in the comment box if you'd like me to pull you one for today. I'm going to read both sides. Okay. The bird of happiness. That showed up in Saggy energy too. Investa, which is about gender imbalance of two men and one feminine energy, and that's at 24 Saggy, a 6. A bluebird standing at the door of your house, finding inner peace and radiating beauty. Okay, that's in the Sagittarius energy. So the bird of happiness has prepared a delightful surprise for you. Down the road, Judy, there will be unexpected success, a flawless feeling of completion. You are gifted by fate. We did get that 10 with the tools you need to eventually find the effective self realization you need. Remember that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Okay. And then the when energy is hold on for dear life. The bewitching pipe of good luck subdues the state of affairs, however, not for another 5 months. This gives you time to carefully evaluate your surroundings, fill yourself with great strength and energy, and get ready to achieve successful results. You can do it. That was for Miss Judy Jude there, who loves, yeah, they're the love sticks. I love them. Okay, that was for Judy. Kaylee says the door still cracked a little. Okay. Miss Kathy with the red heart. Right away, right to that wand there. This is not a time for drastic change. Don't think about it now, because now is a time for a chain of carefully considered decisions that slowly but favorably change the situation in 6 to 7 months. Be patient. Vivid, heart-warming emotions are evoked as if by a miracle. Just watch. And then the fog of illusions keeps the situation ambiguous. However, the fog dissipates, revealing the unexpected. This new reality coaxes you towards a magnificent transformation. Your life becomes rich with new friends, great fun, and wild surprises. We like them apples. I like that a lot. Miss Brandy with her green hearts, right in the middle, right in the middle. Okay, you're right in the middle. Get ready for a series of amazing coincidences. You just mentioned that the wind was blowing right on you when I said wind. They come from nowhere, but the result is what makes your life so sensationally rich and rare. Your special vibrations attract special events. They always have. So, additionally, there will be an exciting development in 2 to 4 weeks, another 6. There will be colossal changes in your life. It awakens your impeccable ability to find quick results with both careful coordination and measured impulsiveness, that Page of Wands energy. Those who survive adapt, and no one knows this better than you. Wow. You were definitely a survivor, girl. These sticks are called the yes or no, when and how sticks. I love them. They're so awesome. Miss Peg, Miss Peg. Yes, the manifestation comes from new ideas and actions give you a strong chance to achieve a significant impact. Promising opportunity has arisen that requires your immediate attention. This miraculously solves a previous predicament, changing yourself and your life for the better. Give it 8 to 9 months, and a phenomenally effective result appears. It opens new, awe inspiring horizons. Your colossal potential, incomparable skills of organization, and insurmountable willpower win the day. They are the secret weapon of every underdog. So, Peg, we we's the secret weapon, like Fievel's aunt says. I think that's his aunt. You guys watching the kids' cartoons will have to tell me. Miss Kaylee with her purple heart. Yes, you got to already have the feeling of having that luck, Judy, and it will come. You got to be in the energy of what you want to receive. Kaylee, victory and triumph are on your heels. You feel like the chosen favorite of fate. Respect from others comes as a worthy reward for a fair and balanced decision. This is the end of an unfavorable time and the beginning of an exciting new stage of life. Drop the baggage of the past and enjoy. In 2 to 6 months, a brilliant idea out of the clear blue sky. Just saying. Resolves the situation. As usual, this releases a flood of amazing experiences. You'll be gifted with an unparalleled sense of universal support. It's how brilliant ideas seem to come from nowhere in the first place. Know you like that energy. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't like that? Oh, you're welcome, Miss Kathy. Absolutely. Absolutely, no problem. Let the force of the love sticks be with you. Wait for it. You guys did want the love sticks. I called it the magic stick, but whatever. Same difference, right? Kathy volunteers as tribute. You're so welcome, Miss Kaylee. I hope that helps you guys. Thank you for joining me for a Sunday fun day. I hope you enjoyed that type of reading. If you could make sure to double tap the screen to make sure that is liked. And if you happen to be able to come back and leave even a small comment, an emoji, whatever it is, that really helps get my channel seen in the algorithm and kind of grip its heels back into the algorithm that I lost due to being away for a while. So, if you help me get back in there, I really, really appreciate you. I love you so much. And I hope your Sunday is indeed a fun day. Bye bye for now.